So this is something I've wanted to talk about for quite a long time now, and I call this, I guess I call it the dark side of Twitch. For those of you who watch Alpha Media, Harris Heller's video, he kind of made something similar, but I guess this is just kind of my spin on it, I suppose. And that's that there's a lot of people on Twitch who are going to use you for their own goddamn purposes. And I constantly see it all the time. People get on social media and they complain about how they streamed with somebody who quote unquote used them or just something along those lines. And, long story short, it's going to happen to you if you Twitch stream. And people constantly talk about the drama behind this stuff, and some people don't even do it for malicious purposes. Sometimes people just kind of, look at their channel and they try to, connect with multiple people so they can keep on growing their channel, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And unfortunately, we as people just have to come to the understanding that people who want to make it big are going to have to branch out, and in doing so they're probably going to make more friends and more people and not spend as much time with you. And the reason I say this is that, well, throughout my Twitch career I've encountered a lot of people who have kind of just tossed me by the wayside. One person in particular I'll never forget was my first Twitch friend. We made a lot of gameplay together. We co-streamed a lot of games together. The Calling, Friday the 13th, you named it, right? And it was just kind of cool to me that through this online service and through playing games, I was able to kind of make a friend that had a similar interest than me, and we were able to grow together. Until one day, we started doing a podcast and also a Dungeons and Dragons stream, and he just didn't like me, I guess, anymore. And I'll never forget, it first started with him flaking out on the podcast, saying he couldn't make it, and this and that. And one day, when I messaged him, hey man, just what's up? He essentially told me straight up that he had to think about the future of his stream and how to grow, and that we just weren't good enough, essentially. And that was my first harsh lesson on Twitch, really. That some people are only going to be there when you're most useful for their growth. And it hit me deep. It hit me hard. And to this day, I still kind of feel used throughout the whole thing, as he kind of left me behind once he got the attention of some other streamers who were much larger than I, and they gave him raids and hosts and what have you. But at the same time, it also made me thankful, because at that time, I thought to myself, wow, what a POS, And I'm glad that he's gone nowadays, now that I look back at it. But I didn't really learn the big lesson. That would actually come later in my life, when I started dating this woman that I really loved. I mean, God, I actually thought about marrying this woman. That's how serious it got at one point. And I'll never forget, she would call me up in the middle of the night and complain when I took too long to pick up my phone. And she would always constantly talk about how I was too busy playing those stupid video games, aka while I was streaming. And at this time, I was still a relatively small streamer. I had gotten a decent following streaming Friday the 13th, and I had about 10 average viewers during that time. And she lived about an hour away, and I started spending more time with her, but in doing so, I ended up dropping my streaming just to make time for her. And later, I also dropped working out, and I dropped a lot of the other things that I enjoyed doing in order to make more time for her. And then she went on vacation over in Thailand and cheated on me. And that is when I actually learned the biggest life lesson in life, and that's Never give yourself up for somebody else, because people are temporary. And I know that sounds pretty depressing, but one day your friends are gonna have to leave for some reason in order to improve their own life. Your significant other might, leave you, cheat on you. They might just unfortunately leave this earth because, shit happens. But in the end, you're always gonna have yourself. And although sometimes you need to make sacrifices for the greater whole, aka your family, you should always keep on working on yourself, because in the end, that's the only person you're left with, homie. People come and go and they use you as they see fit, and once your use runs out, bada bing, bada boom, they're gonna screw you over and move on to the next thing. And I know that sounds dark, but honestly, it's kind of the truth, fam. I see all these people out there who constantly, give 110% to people, and then when that person screws them over because they took them for granted, they always wonder why, something happened to them. And it's pretty simple. It's because they didn't set boundaries. It doesn't matter how close somebody is, unless they are your goddamn child or they're your goddamn wife or husband or whatever. Don't ever give them 110%, especially if they're not giving it back. And if somebody ever tells you straight up that what you're doing is stupid, especially when it comes to Twitch streaming, if somebody looks at your hobbies and tells you that they're stupid or they're not worthwhile, you get the fuck out. Because that should be a red flag instantly, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or what have you. If somebody's not supportive of you in your dreams and goals, and as long as you're, doing something on the side, so, you're not, completely useless. I'm not saying drop your goddamn day job to become a Twitch streamer if you're not making enough to live on Twitch streaming full time, or, support your family or your life or whatever. But if they fucking tell you that you shouldn't have dreams or goals, or they try to help you improve or whatever, then you need to drop them like a goddamn pan of hotcakes, homie, because they ain't ever gonna support you when you're at your lowest. A lot of people like that usually wait until your darkest moment in order to throw you to the side, and let me tell you, when it happens, it hurts. So don't ever give somebody like that 110%. I know that's kind of me rambling over and over again, but I just constantly see posts on Twitter or what have you that are basically along those same lines, fake friends, fake people, etc., etc. But most of the time, it's our own fault for letting those people in and getting such a hold on us. And that's just the harsh reality of life. You just can't let those people get to you, though. Because some people, there are some good people out there who realize that you're gonna, help them out, or they recognize that you've helped them out, and they'll return the favor. But don't ever expect somebody to pick you up, bro. Because by the end of the day, you're the only one who's gonna be able to pick yourself up. Ain't nobody gonna do the push-up but you. I know that's pretty depressing, but just saying. Anyway, another lesson I learned on Twitch is that oftentimes you gotta be supportive as well of the people who are supportive of you. People constantly get worked up about trying to get the recognition of some bigger streamer over and over again, because they hope that by getting the attention of this bigger streamer, that they're going to be shot to the top, essentially, with a humongous raid or host or something. Meanwhile, you have somebody, maybe they don't have as many viewers, but they are goddamn loyal, 5 to 10 viewers constantly there in your stream, egging you on, doing the things they need to do in order to make sure you have a good time and maybe help you create some content and memes. But those people often get overlooked simply because they don't have as much clout. And that's just the cold, harsh reality of it all. And I guess moving on to another topic, this has been brought up a lot because somebody I know shot up through the Twitch rankings big time recently. He made a lot of guides and a lot of videos, and he essentially just got big because those videos and guides went viral because he was the first to do it, right? And I've had a few of my friends who knew him before then come into my stream and basically say that I don't like his streams anymore because they're too big and I don't feel welcome. And that's another sad reality about Twitch. Once Twitch streamers or content creators in general get to a certain point where they have such a large audience, it's easy for people to get lost in the, I guess, flow of the community. And that's just a basic fact we're all going to have to accept one day, you know? There's no reason to feel salty about it. There's no reason to get angry about it. In fact, if you're happy for that person or you're really friends with that person, you should be proud of said person. They made it, fam. That's what every goddamn streamer or content creator out there hopes to do one day. They just want to become goddamn super pro MLG, great content creating influencers with a huge following. I mean, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want to be able to make a living off of their content creation or have like a large amount of people watching them? Are you crazy? If you told me tomorrow, hey, you want like a 1,000 followers that are absolutely loyal and will watch all your stuff and things, I'd be like, hell fucking yeah, bro. And yeah, chat would be a lot more crowded, but it's because of people's support that content creators are able to get to that point. And I just find it weird when people get upset at other people's success. I mean, yeah, they're not paying you much attention anymore, but it's because they just gotta think about the continued growth of their channel. And, you know, it's life, man. Connections come and go all the time. And unless it's like some sort of lifelong connection, like family or, you know, a partner, then shit, you shouldn't expect it to last forever. That's the sad, unfortunate truth. And I just feel like people get jealous of others all the time too. Recently, I've been getting a lot of people coming into my goddamn chat basically asking me to play a video game. You know what? Screw it. Last year. People keep asking me to play last year. And I play it every once in a while because it's a game I enjoy, but people act like if I'm not playing last year, then they're not going to support me. And for one, if it's not, you know, Dead by Daylight or what have you ain't your game, I guess I get that, you know, like I'm not going to hold it against you. But if you're going to act like I'm a piece of shit because I'm not playing the game you like, then like get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't want you fucking up in my channel talking shit, being a total dickbag to everybody because you just feel like it that day or because you feel angry about what I'm doing. And it also goes on the other foot. A lot of times I get people who fucking like come into my chat just to make fun of me for playing a game I enjoy. Like, for one, a lot of the people I know who do that sucked ass at the game. They're like absolutely terrible players. And two, I'm also sick of people who just constantly try to tell me it's a dead game. Like, I fucking get that, bro. Like, the player base was super low. There's a sale. It shoots back up. And, you know, I keep on hoping that maybe one day it'll stick. But my hopes aren't very high, unfortunately, because I've been through this same old song and dance over and over again. And I really wish people would just have a bit of empathy in their goddamn bodies to understand that maybe I'm playing a game because I enjoy it, and they should just stop hating on me over and over again. And the crazy thing is that people keep saying, like, the game's dead and I should stop playing it, yet, like, for some reason, it's the game where I have the most viewers at all time. I usually get like somewhere between 20 to 40 viewers every time I play last year, but people then come into my chat and they're like, LOL, dead game, the fucking game sucks. Like, bro, I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to vibe. You know, if you want to talk about game issues and bugs and optimization problems, sure thing, we can do that, whatever. But don't come into my chat with the sole purpose of being a malicious asshole. Just a lot of things going on, man, and you're just really killing the vibes every time you do that, you know? So, yeah, I guess that's kind of like my general rants about this whole situation in that regard. And I guess just kind of a general recap. Don't be surprised when people leave for greener pastures. Make sure you keep those who support you close, and always work on a number one, baby. Also, if a friend of yours gains success, don't be a fucking hater. That's just garbage, and it just goes to show you're a piece of shit. And also, don't hate on people for doing something with their stream. If people are playing a game they enjoy, that's their choice. You know, I don't see why you have to be such a goddamn big dick about it. Lordy Lou. It just drives me nuts, like how many people are fucking troglodyted assholes who can't seem to pull a stick out of their ass whenever something happens. People have emotions, people have feelings, and you shouldn't be a dick about it, man. Simple as that. I just feel like online nowadays, a lot of people constantly lose connection to other human beings because they just see a goddamn screen name and a bunch of text, or they go into a person's Twitch chat because they have they're anonymous, excuse me. They oftentimes feel like they can just get away with shit they'd never say in real life, and it's really disgusting how some people treat each other. It just drives me up the wall. But yeah, that's kind of the dark side of Twitch, I guess. You got a bunch of anonymous viewers mixed in with a bunch of people who are trying to get big, and they're competing with every other streamer out there in a way. It just kind of creates this super toxic environment. And I'm just trying to vibe, man, but I constantly see all these dumb videos about things and drama and people posting on Twitter. The Dead by Daylight community is pretty shitty in general about that. I constantly see other streamers talk shit about people while they're playing video games, and I also see people just get upset over the dumbest shit all the time, like the whole fucking Pokimane thing that's been going on. Like, who the fuck cares if she friend zoned this dude? Like, nobody gives a fuck. People are literally going through these goddamn texts like it's fucking high school because they have nothing better to do. And it just drives my mind bonkers that people are into this shit. And I mean, if it was like a scam that somebody was pulling on their viewers, like, yeah, that's cool, but who cares, man? You know, if people fucking feel a connection to some big streamer and want to blow their money on them, so be it. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if they have a fucking significant other, or if, they're fucking making fun of simps, because there's a lot of fucking simps on Twitch, bro. Goddamn. Haven't you noticed? You ever go into a female streamer's stream and just see all these dudes thinking they're gonna get with her? Like, fuck, man. Chill the fuck out. We've all done it. We've all simped. Don't fucking look at me like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Just decided I needed to rant a little bit, and thank you all for being here. If you liked what you saw, feel free to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TheRedHeadGamer. Anyway, guys, see you later. Peace!